From the Intellifluence headquarters in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, this is the Intellifluence Influencer Spotlight. In each episode, we sit down with an influencer from our network and we discuss their background as well as their unique approach to influencer marketing. Wayne Moran is an award-winning fine art and travel photographer building a large influential following in the entire area of travel and travel photography. As a Minnesota-based photographer and artist, Wayne focuses skills and energies on landscapes, cityscapes, architectural, nature, and portrait photography. Wayne's images are used commercially by companies and organizations ranging from financial services firms to mom-and-pop ice cream shops to the Basilica of St Mary. You can view Wayne's portfolio at lettherebelightfineart.com. Can you tell us a little bit about your background as an artist and how you got started, as well as your approach to art?
So way back in college, I had a camera. I was a poor college student, so I have no idea how I got the camera. I don't think I stole it. I know I didn't buy it, and I don't remember anyone giving it to me. But I was the guy shooting events and stuff, and people would go, "Oh my God, that's so awesome." And then after college, the camera went away, got married. And I bought my wife a camera about 15 years ago, and then I stole it from her within a couple of weeks. So that's the main path. Started shooting locally, just fun stuff, whatever moved me. And that tends to be landscape, fine art landscape, architecture, stuff like that.
In checking out your website, you feature many landscapes, cityscapes, architectural wonders, and as an influencer, you need to be able to take captivating pictures, but in a little bit of a different manner. So can you talk about your approach to photographing maybe products? Like I was speaking with a photographer who did like fast food. So he was talking about how he had to get one perfect side of the burger for the shots.
That would not be my interesting photography. I'm a traveler and a foodie. So for example, a wine brand sent a bottle of Cab with me as I went out to Yosemite. So you shoot an amazing bottle of wine in front of, the beauty of nature. So you put those two pieces together.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw your trip to Banff Springs a couple years ago.
Banff was amazing, yeah. So it's blending whatever those products are with amazing places.
And then I also noticed, so you started your career as a software engineer and now you're a travel influencer and a photographer. So when did you branch out into influencer marketing?
This is a long story. So I'm still actually a software engineer. That's my full-time gig. So I do software 8 hours a day. I do photography and marketing 8 hours a day, basically. Kind of blended throughout the day sometimes. I work at a small enough company so I can be flexible throughout the day and do whatever I want while doing software stuff. But I was blogging way back in 2004. And then I was using Flickr in the very early days and P500X. So I got the feel for social media. I knew how to move people. I'm technical, so I know how to get found by search engines and all of that stuff. So use the right hashtags, interact with people. But I'm also, for a software engineer, I'm emotive, and I get told that all the time. So I'm very intuitive. I sense people, I sense how they're responding to stuff. So I'm blending those technical skills, those beautiful images with how to move people. And that's how I'm always thinking with all of my stuff. Did people respond to that or not?
Mm-hmm. And I also noticed on your website for your blog that you have posts ranging from top 5 reasons to go to Rhode Island, to how to make a wedding video, to ways to become a successful brand ambassador. And as these are all varying topics, how do you choose what you're gonna post and what you're not going to post?
It's generally based on real life. So I'm living life. Is what I'm doing now, could that possibly be interesting for a blog post? Or it's also, if a brand contacts you, how do you take that brand and connect it to life? So there was there was one blog post recently and Instagram work for a video, Papago video. So the video things that you put in your car. So that wouldn't have normally been something I would buy, but working with the brand, it made me sneak into that world. So I guess I am influenced by brands also. But my normal average would be traveling, beautiful stuff, showing up in front of gorgeous, beautiful places. That would be the main driver. You mentioned the wedding. My daughter got married, so I had a point and shoot camera with me all day long that took 4K video. So I knew I was just going to capture the event. So put that together and do something with it. So it's always, create something creative out of whatever you're doing in life.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. So what's been a favorite brand partnership to date, or a couple, if you have a few?
A weird one. So Explore Minnesota is the tourism board for Minnesota. I live in Minnesota. They've been a great brand partner. So in reality, they're a giant marketing firm. They happen to be affiliated with the state. They have a huge budget. So having a huge budget and having a close relationship with them has been a great thing. So they connect me with local communities throughout the state who pick me up for services or whatever. I was the governor's official photographer this year for a huge event. It was the Minnesota Governor's Fishing Opener. It basically kicks off the summer travel season in Minnesota. So got to hang out with the governor all day long and catch some amazing stuff. And it's just one of those fabulous experiences. And the real driver is having a big enough account. It doesn't have to be a huge giant account, but a big enough account. People notice what you're doing. So Jordan Vineyards has been a great brand to work with and deal with. And maybe part of it, small companies are better to work with and for. They're way more flexible. They're way faster. They're way more interested. So Jordan Winery reached out to me. The Super Bowl was in Minneapolis this past year. So brands were reaching out to influencers for events happening in Jordan Winery. They were having a giant wine kickoff event the weekend before the Super Bowl. They invited me to a giant food tasting and wine tasting event and allowed me to be an influencer through that. And that's then what connected the Yosemite influencing and other things. So those small fun events are what make it cool.
That's great. And on the flip side, this is a question I like to ask every influencer. So oftentimes you get really targeted requests from brands, but then sometimes there's requests from brand where they didn't really read your bio and they're pitching you something really weird. Have you had any really weird requests from brands?
Yes, probably, but I ignore them so fast that I don't remember them.
That's good. They don't waste your time.
I don't waste my time on them. So, but I really enjoy brands that take a real interest and really spend some time and some energy to see if there is a real connection. So, and Jordan has been one of those. And there's other really good brands out there. Local restaurant brands are great. Local wineries. So.
All right, and you talked about how you got into blogging in 2004. So where do you see yourself in 5 years regards to influencer marketing, and do you have any goals set in place?
Yeah, I am about 5 years from retirement. So our youngest is a junior in college right now and happens to be studying in France this semester. We'll be traveling to Italy and France to visit him very soon here. But I expect to be traveling much, much more and getting paid for all that. So it'll be that travel influence. Show up at amazing places, be writing blog posts with them and for them, taking amazing pictures of those places, hotels, tourist destinations, those kinds of things. Like that's the bigger goal.
That sounds like a fantastic next chapter for you.
I think everyone wants to do that.
Want to join Intellifluence as an influencer for free? It's easy. Visit Intellifluence.com, click on the influencers link, and then click on the Join for Free button to sign up. Once you have registered, you will get immediate access to our influencer marketplace where you can browse relevant offers from brands and apply on the spot. You'll also be eligible to receive attractive product and service pitches from brands. There's absolutely no cost to join as an influencer, so we hope you take advantage of our service. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and well, you know the drill. Until our next episode, keep being awesome.